So we'll start with the certification testing. What do you mean by certification testing? So it means that you need to certify that a game is following all the XR policies and it is fit to release. Your responsibility will be to check each and every aspect of the game, whether it is following all the compliances provided by Xbox or not. So XR means Xbox requirement. So XR001 stands for title stability. What do you mean by title? Title means the name of the game. So the title must be compliant with Microsoft core policies regarding title stability, and the following policies applies to this requirement. The product must start up promptly, continue to run, and remain responsive to user input. Means whenever we are opening any kind of game, it should respond promptly and it should run in a very smooth manner. Product must shut down gracefully and do not close unexpectedly. Means fine. So test steps will be: sign into an Xbox profile and launch the title. Navigate all the areas of the title, including but not limited to gameplay, menus and features, DLC. It means that we should navigate to each and every menu sections, settings and all the things which is provided, and make sure that it is working properly. Using a new Xbox profile with no previous saved data, repeat step 1 to 3 while disconnected from Xbox network. So what we need to do, we need to make a new Xbox profile and repeat the step from 1 to 3. So we need to do this on a regular basis. What should be the expected result? The expected result should be: title instability refers to any state where the input is not recognized or the user is blocked from progressing due to software crash without any user notification. Okay, so past example will be: the title is stable, means it is running properly. The title does not cause unintended loss of user data, means none of the user data is getting lost, means any saved data or other things are intact and it can be used for the next gameplay. Fail example can be: the title crashes or become unresponsive. The title causes a loss of user data, means anything which you have saved, it is not getting opened in the next time when you are opening it. Title contains loading screen which is more than 2 minutes with no indication of progress, means no progress indication is there, so normally it feels like the game has been hanged. Or the title contains a loading screen which is more than 3 minutes with progress indicator, so it should not take much time to get loaded. Next is XR003, that is title quality for submission. XR003 means the Xbox must meet Xbox quality standard and be fully functional and testable. Functionality complete and testable. Title must be fully functional and testable when submitted for certification. This includes all the client code, submission artifact and downloadable content. Title must be packaged cleanly with no failures using current version of submission validator. Submission validator log must be included with submission. Xbox quality standard: Xbox must functional correctly across all game modes and scenario to meet player expectation, means it should work properly and the function should be correct across each and every game mode. Talking about title integrity, the title must be free from severe issues such as crashes, freeze, unplayable frame rates, bug causing major progression hindrance or graphical corruption. Game setting option and control must be applied correctly, means the title should not hang or freeze or crashes. Game setting option and control must be applied correctly and respect default default settings where appropriate. Navigation and content availability should be seamless with no dead end or inaccessible menus. Multiplayer functionality must be stable and functional regardless of the number of players. Means suppose if we are playing more than 2 or 3 or 10 players at a time, all the functionality should be common irrespective to the number of players. Talking about save game compatibility, it means that game saves and player progress must continue to function following content updates. Additionally, permanent data loss must not occur when loading an updated save with the base disk version. In short, it wants to say that whenever we are saving any kind of games to a certain level, the next time when we are opening the game, it should be there with all the data, no data loss should be there. Title assets and metadata. Title must be compliant with Microsoft Store policy regarding store metadata and asset. The following Windows policy apply to Xbox requirement. What are those? The first one is distinct function and value accurate representation. Means whatever metadata is a description of a title. Okay, suppose a racing game is there, then we need to mention it is a racing game. It's whether it is a car racing or bike racing. The data must be correct. All aspects of your app should accurately describe the function, features and any important limitation of your app, including required or supported input device. Your app may not use a name or icon similar to that of other apps. Means your metadata should be unique. You should not copy the metadata from the app which is almost like your app, and may not claim to be from a company, government body or other entity if you do not have permission to make that representation. Means until and unless you are having a concrete documentation, you cannot take the name of any company or government body or any entity. Keyword may not exceed 7 unique terms and should be relevant to your app. Means whatever keywords you are using to describe your app, it should not exceed 7 unique terms. Your app must have distinct and informative metadata and must provide a valuable and quality user experience. Now, what do you mean by Xbox certification failure mode analysis, that is known as FMA. So what is failure mode analysis? Failure mode analysis allows us to structure a framework where issues are assigned in 3 different scores: severity, probability and repeatability. The sum of these scores determine the issue type as one of the following. CFR is condition for resubmission. These issues are deemed serious enough for the title either not to ship until it has been fixed in a resubmission, or one that can be fixed through a content update delivered in a specific time frame, often by day 1 of end user interaction. So in short, you should know about CFR, that if issues are serious, either we are not submitting that code or we are giving an exception with a timeline, that within that timeline it should get resolved. SRI is standard reporting issue. These issues, although serious, are not seemed severe enough to stop the submission from releasing to the market. Means these are serious, but based on SRI we cannot stop any title to get published. Issue of note is, these are SRI issues that can't be mapped directly to an existing test case. These are standard reporting issues that cannot be mapped directly to an existing test case. The first building block of FMA, as I have told, is severity. So there are score, that is -4, 1, 2, 6, 12. -4 means no relevant effect on the user or platform. 1 is very minor effect, 2 is minor effect, 6 is moderate, and 12 is critical. So FMA analysis allows us to break down the levels of severity into a user friendly stack, and we can identify the level of severity based on the severity rating, that is -4, 1, 2, 6, 12 and 22. 22 is claustrophobic, means it is very lethal. So these are mentioned in the graphics. -4 not relevant, 1 is very minor, 2 is minor, moderate, critical, and claustrophobic. Second is probability. Probability allows us to assess how likely an end user is to be potentially exposed to a given issue. This is the probability. We use a similar grid to that used for severity, but with modification. Now probability -3 is extremely unlikely to occur, that is 0 to 10%, 2 is 11 to 20%, 3 is 21 to 40%, 4 is 41 to 70, frequent is 6 71 to 90, and 8 is 91 to 100. Means, what do you mean by percentage over here? Means how probability that issue will occur, right? So unlikely will occur 0 to 10%, means maybe in the end of the game some issues are there which is coming. So end of the game very rare users are coming, so it can be considered in 0 to 10%. And suppose if any issue is there that is repeating itself during the game start only, so it will be 91 to 100%. For example, issues occur when booting the title in any language, that is probability 8. Definitely it will happen each and every time because it is in the booting stage only. Issues occur when checking Xbox help, that is 4th number. So 4th number means very less number of people go for the help option. Okay, likewise the things are there. The third building block is repeatability, means it allows us to access how likely an end user is to experience the given issue in additional time after original manifestation. So two values are over here, that is -3, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So again this is the scenario for repeatability. Frequency, now consoles are there, one is happening 5 by 5, another is happening 4 by 5. So all these things are there in which we need to calculate the scores. So CFR 18 to 36, SRI 11 to 17 and DNL is 9 to 10. Now Xbox console families and generation, that is Xbox One, Xbox S, Xbox X, and the last one is for the dev kit, that is not yet required to you people. This is the controller for Xbox, and the buttons over here are Y, X, A and B. Now a game is divided into 6 parts based on complexity, that is from tier 1 to tier 6. Tier 1 is the toughest and can have positions up to 15, and tier 6 is the easiest. What do you mean by position? Position means the number of machines used, means the number of people which will be engaged. Okay, in position 4 HD screens are used. Now what do you mean by sandbox? Sandbox is a game environment and it is divided into 2 parts, one is green and one is red. Sorry, position 2 is 4K monitor. In position 2 4K monitor will be used. How to check OS version or recovery version? We need to go to settings, system, then go to console info, and after that OS version will be there. Title can be multiplayer or single player. As I have told, controller will having left button, right button, left throttle, right throttle, and the keys which is mentioned over there. What do you mean by green test cases? Green test case means we need to check few things. What are those things? The first one is duration. Duration means from launch of the game till game ends, we need to take the time duration. We need to record the time duration. Title stability means title should not hang, freeze or crash. Title means the name of the game. Title integrity means should not have graphical corruption, game blurring or flickering, or these kind of issues should not be there. Navigation means we should be able to navigate to each point of the game. Official name standard means that nomenclatures of Xbox should only be there. No other nomenclature of competitor should be there, like PlayStation or Google or Apple. Right. Personal information means game should not ask any personal data like name, email ID, contact number from the user. Next is always read all the agreement which is mentioned. In option, all options should work fine. It should be fine over here. Menu and settings, all things should be working in a very proper way. Sensitive content should not be there, like blood, murder, nudity or sexuality, violence. It should not be there. Now how to report a bug? So steps are there. The first one is description. It should be one liner, means what is actually happening. Second is STR, steps to reproduce, means how to reproduce the same bug once again. Suppose why it is required, because if you are giving to the developer, they will try to first encounter that issue and after that they will understand and resolve it. So for encountering that issue, they must be aware that how these bugs and where this bug is coming. Expected behavior is actual expectation, means what should be the what is actually expectation and what in reality is being happening. So there will be a difference. External note means any extra information which you want to give, you can write in the external note. Repeatability frequency means how frequent the issue happens, whether it is happening every time or it is happening let's say once in 5 times. This is the frequency. Severity means, as I have already told you, what is the severity level. Level is 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 22. Probability means if any gamer is playing the game, then how probable is that the bug will occur. Whether it will occur 100%, means we are sure that 100% it will occur, or some probability is there, like out of 10, 5 times it will occur, or 6 times or 2 times. Like if we are launching and we are launching the title and it is getting crashed, then it will occur 80 to 100%, because it is during the start of the title itself. CFR means condition for resubmission. If it's not getting fixed, then developer will release with exception. Exception can be permanent or time based. Permanent exception means it is sure that this issue will not get removed, and time based means that developer or the publisher will take some time to remove it. Now what should be the responsibility of a tester? The responsibility of the tester will be, they will be checking title and position. They will check kickoff mail. What is the kickoff mail? Kickoff mail is a mail which you will get in very first instance when you are starting your certificate, means testing process, like which title you need to check, what should be the position and what should be the title ID. All these things will be mentioned in the kickoff mail. Then check-in console and the full name and title ID, that will be in the mail itself. Account privilege, whether it is single player or multiplayer. Position settings means whether sitting, it will be sitting. So whether you are sitting in position 1, 2, 3, or whatever position you are provided with, it will be mentioned in the keep of mail. Check all the pointers from the sheet like console ID, gamer tag, all these things needs to be checked. Now what kind of interview question they can ask? Like what is certification testing, approach towards a particular game, games which you don't like and why. Approach towards a particular game means, suppose if you are playing any strategy game, then your answer should be like you will first try to identify all the features of the game and the tools which will be used so that you can use it means in an effective way. If you are playing a racing game, you should understand how what strategies you should follow to win that game. All these kind of things will be there, right? So these will be a kind of questions, and one evaluation sheet I'll be sharing, you can check and you need to follow that. So if you have any concern, we will discuss that in a one-to-one meeting. Thank you.